have you ever heard of a ninja lesbian? It's a new category of lesbian.
Not a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, what's in this category?
So a ninja lesbian is a lesbian who presents totally feminine, totally straight, but is a ninja lesbian because they're out there being all stealth and shit because no one can detect them.
Wait, are they stealthy in their gender expression, or are they stealthy because people think they're straight and they're just out here and then coming back into straight land?
Yeah, it's basically...
So they're bi?
No.
Oh, they're
they
pure
are
lesbian.
a lesbian.
Oh, okay.
But they look
straight.
entirely straight in terms of what one perceives a straight female to look like.
Well, I do have a good radar for straight women who are like thinking about lesbianism.
Yeah, that's how you caught me. Because I was going to say, do you think I'm a ninja lesbian?
For sure you're a ninja lesbian.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think you
feel
present as lesbian.
I finally have a category.
Oh, babes, you're a ninja.
Like, I finally have a box, and I'm a ninja lesbian.
Who taught you that? TikTok?
Obviously.
TikTok.
Put your hand in that pot.
Put your hand in the pot.
What we talking about today? Such a songy day.
It's a sing-song a day. Babes, I'm so hungry.
You're always hungry if you don't eat.
Right.
A stranger, someone I've never met before. That's the same vein of, you're always hungry if you don't eat. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
This is a great category, and I think today's the day to talk about it.
Is it a category?
Yeah. I call it a category because it's encompassing of so many different things.
What is it?
You can love your dog. You can love your partner. You can love your work. You can love a shirt. There's so many things that you can love. So I think it's a category, unless you think that this is purely just talking about the feeling.
No, I think that we can take it wherever we want. That's the beauty of this show that we've created.
That you're watching right now.
Tea time.
Or listening to.
So love.
Love.
I love you.
I love you too.
Hi.
Hi. You look so cute with those roses. You're like shining.
Thank you. I love our new set.
Yeah, me too. I love our new set.
So tell us. Tell all of us.
Yeah.
When did you realize you were in love with me?
Let me find this out, Leo. Let me figure out when
find this out. She's like, I still don't know if I am. So let me just find this out real quick. Just kidding. She definitely is in love.
I'm in love with you. I just, when it happened, I think
5 minutes after you met me. Insane.
No. I'm gonna be 100. I think I realized I was in love with you when I broke up with you and I started dating other people and I couldn't get you out of my mind. And everybody compared to you. And everything somebody did, I'm like, she wouldn't have done that. She wouldn't have done that. And when I finally talked to you again, I have this with a lot of people, though. Like, if I don't talk to people for a few months or something, I come back and we're like, cool, we chop it up. It's like time hasn't switched. But my body and my brain knew I was in love with you as soon as we talked again because I couldn't get off the phone with you. It was after everything was done and I put you in my pocket.
Got it.
I was like, I don't want to leave her again.
That was wild. I obviously didn't want to be left again either because I was like, it didn't matter what time it was. I spent my entire day. I was like 24 hours, just like everything else in my life stopped. And I was just like focused solely on being available to you.
And what I mean...
No, not same here. You were like, I got to go to the studio.
But you were in my pocket for the whole day. And what I mean by that is that she was on the phone and I needed both of my hands, but I don't wear earpods.
You don't want to hang up.
So I put her in my pocket.
And this is how desperate I was to be connected to you. I was just looking at a black screen on FaceTime.
I'm going to see her eventually.
Just hearing you from a distance. And you're like, should I keep this book? I couldn't see the book. I was like, no, get rid of it. Should I keep these shoes? Oh, I hate these shoes. Hold on. I was like, I don't care. I literally
when
ridiculous.
Did you know that you were in love?
And period? Like the first time?
Like the first time you were with someone, you were like, I love this person. Do you remember that? The difference between a Leo and a Sag is it's about her, and I'm the more general.
Hilarious. No, it's interesting because I was thinking about this the other day because I actually took this quiz and it had one of the questions was like, I fall in love easily or I've never been in love before. And I was like trying to actually really understand what that feeling is. And I know the differences between what I feel in relationship with you from what I felt in past relationships, and then trying to decipher the difference between love, lust, infatuation, because so much of what I had in my younger life was, I think, obsession and infatuation, and then a strong desire to feel validated by this other person, because I put that person that I had a crush on a pedestal. And I was like, if they accept me and they say that they like me back, I'm validated. And that means I'm worthy of this person. But I think that real love for me with another person in a romantic setting probably would had to have been my first high school boyfriend. I think. I mean,
The Viking.
No. I think it would have to be. But I don't know. I don't have a moment.
My first boyfriend I was in love with.
But I don't have a moment looking back on that relationship where I go, this was the moment. Like, I knew how hard I worked to get him. I knew how much I wanted the attention. I know the crush, I know the butterflies, but like with you, it's so different because I just had a knowing with you. The first time we met, it was like my body became calm. I didn't have to work hard. I didn't have to try and fight or convince or prove. It just felt easy and I felt safe. Like there were things in me that adjusted that were completely different.
I think the first time I ever fell in love, I knew it was love because, and yes, it was with a guy, but it started with an infatuation for sure.
Yeah.
And it was the first feeling of, I will leave my immediate family for this person. I would like to see my life with this person. And then, which was hilarious, that person also knew that I'm like, but I'm going to have a girlfriend. Like, you're not going to be the only one in this relationship. So I will say, maybe I confused it, but I know for a fact that because I was with that person for so long, there was love there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still have love for that person, not in a romantic way, just on a human base. And we talk about that all the time. But at the same time, like, that was that. That's, keep that shit over there. Like, you know what I mean? But I know the 7 to 8 years that we were together at such a young age molded who I am as a human in a relationship, period, point blank. So I respect that and thank that person for that moment.
I think that there are some people who would say that love simply is. It can't grow or morph or shift because love is this pure thing in and of itself, right? Love is patient, love is kind, love is the purest form. It's the opposite of hate. So it's kind of, there is that one conversation of love is infinite and endless between two people, and it between any two people. You can choose to love this world and love this world wholly, but then you cannot enjoy certain elements or aspects of people's behavior. So I think that depending upon your perspective of love, when you then look at the mother and child, you can think that is love, but then in order to maintain relationship, you have to respect each other. You have to work, because thinking about
grows love.
Yeah, it does.
It grows love, you know?
And the thing too that I was thinking about, like in a marriage, right? People often will talk about relationships and say you have to choose every day. You have to work at it. You have to show up. You have to be your best self. Those are all different than love. Yeah. Those are maybe done in an act of love, but love itself can exist even if you don't do those things.
I do agree. I do feel like categorizing it, love is a vibration that lives between us all.
There you go.
But it's your choice to vibe in that love category
Yes.
or vibe in the hate category. And it's hard to choose love sometimes because love is welcoming and it's non-judgmental. I totally agree with you in that aspect. However, when you start bringing in society, when you start bringing in education, when you start bringing in insecurity, when you start bringing in
All the
arguments
things.
and resentment, I can understand why people say choose. You have to choose every day. And, just kind of going to what you were saying, you should really choose yourself to make yourself desirable, lovable, happy, so that when you show up in the morning, you're that way for yourself and that other person can feed off of it. And I give an example of us. When you are in a mood where you're not fully in love with yourself, I react. I don't react as some would. I'm very feely. And I'm like, what's wrong? Come on, you got this. You're amazing. Come on. Instead of super sweet and kind. Oh, I love you. You know what I mean? I'm more of a pushy person. I'm writing a book about it. It makes sense. But that's that love that emanates out of you. And when you emanate love from yourself, I suck it up and love it. And then there's moments where I'm like, I need to show her love so that she can then feel it and choose it because another vibration is taking over.
So we know that the day you got Quinn was the second happiest day of your life. And we know that the day you married me was the happiest day of your life. So can you talk about our wedding really quickly?
Okay, Leah.
I want to hear about our wedding from your point of view.
Okay, got it. So from my point of view, I was nervous AF because I couldn't believe I was doing such an adult thing without talking to a parent. Because I still live in kidland in my brain sometimes. And
well, we told our family we were getting married.
Yes, but we got married during the pandemic. And my parents
weren't
not there.
Neither were mine.
And I didn't ask for permission. I was doing things in an adult fashion, even though I'm old as hell, that my brain was like, you know, you're making like a big decision and your parents don't know. Like, that's how my brain works. The photo shoot downstairs in the apartment building, you made me feel comfortable enough to be an adult and not have to look for permission, right? That's mine. Like, and you know this, we talked about it, but I'm like, I used to call my mom all the time.
All the time.
Mom, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, make a decision that I want to at the end of the day, but always, you know, look for her approval or whatever and whatnot. And going through that, nervous the whole entire day, really happy that it was just us, because not because I don't love you, but I think if it was a big hoopla, I think I might have had a heart attack. Yeah, I think I would have had a panic attack
Like
walking
big?
down the aisle.
Like Mr. Big. We didn't even have an aisle because you couldn't do that.
I honestly will be on, like, thinking about it right now, as that person back then, I would have hyperventilated and had to walk away. I would have waited. Because it's so
like you would have run across a busy road after proposing, because she did do that.
It's so real compared to what my life has been thus far. Like, I can walk down the aisle on an episode of That's a Raven or a movie set, but for me having to do such a big decision and not it be monetarily and filmed and it actually be like real life was scary AF. But did it. And proud of myself for doing it and proud of myself for like growing up. What about you?
I remember waking up that morning and you actually went over to Debbie's to set up. So for those of you who don't know, we got married during the pandemic in June, and we got married in Debbie Allen's front yard. She hosted, and it was wonderful. And you went over there, and I remember thinking, oh my God, what if she never shows up? Like, I remember having
never come back.
Yeah, like I had that panic of like she left. Like I had this feeling.
My chonies were at your house. Of course I'm coming back.
No, I know, but I had this feeling of just like if I don't have her in my sight the whole time, it won't happen. So I guess we were kind of feeling the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, but you left, and yes, of course you came back. I went and got my hair done.
I got McDonald's.
I know. And that was so funny to me because I remember you came back and you were like, all right, well, I did it. And I was like, did what? And you were like, I had my last McDonald's. And then you said, I promise I'm never going to eat it again. And I was like, okay. And you were like, well, and I was like, I never asked you to promise.
I'm making sacrifices.
I know. And it was just funny though, because I wasn't in on the height of the sacrifice, like of how intense the sacrifice was to you. But you were like, here's my biggest gift to you. It's kind of like when you DM'd Kim Kardashian and you were like, okay, I did it. And I was like, what did you do? And you're like, I DM'd Kim. And I was like, who wanted you to DM Kim Kardashian? And you were like,
I just felt like everybody wanted me to do it, so I did it.
And I was, and then you expect to be praised, but no one asked you
Obviously.
to do this thing. So yes, you announced that you had given up McDonald's, and I was like, good for you, on our wedding day.
And then we took pictures in the bathroom.
Yeah, well, we took pictures. We called my mom. I got my hair done. I clipped in my Amazon veil. It was perfect for what it was. Like, it was perfect. Part of me misses the wedding.
The pomp and circumstance of it all.
What does that even mean?
It's like from like Jane Austen. Like the hoopla of it all. The flowers, the guest
I don't
list.
think Jane Austen said the pomp and circumstance.
Check it out.
Maybe she did. She definitely didn't say the hoopla of it all. Anyway,
Which is why I didn't say it.
I wish that I maybe had the experience of like the dress and the walk down the aisle, even though you would have hyperventilated and passed out.
I would have loved to seen you in a dress.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, we'll have our party. I'm going to wear like 3 different dresses. I want to do all the changes. I want to be that bride. I want to have flowers. And I want everyone to get us gifts and celebrate our love.
It's about her.
And you can just be there. And we will make sure we have a CPAP and an oxygen machine for you.
I'm going to need it, honey. I'm going to need it.
I love you.
I love you too, babes. Psycho.
Psycho killer. Hold the mug up. Hide it from them.
She kissed me!
Bye, y'all. We're toasting to us.